Live and in action.
Yeah, we should be
Live
here.
in action. Everybody had a
Hey,
We
everybody had
not
a
popping
great
up on the
weekend.
screen, bro.
You're not popping on the screens. You had the smooth sounds of my mellow. What is it?
What happened with that screen? Nah, we not
Falsetto.
popping up on that screen. Not popping up on the screen.
The smooth sounds of my falsetto.
Hit the shutter. Try to hit the shutter. Yeah. Yeah, we here.
You hear?
We here.
Yeah.
Can we start that
okay.
over?
Niggas, we are live. What are
Oh,
y'all doing?
what's good? Fight bookies, fight
Yeah,
bookies.
we not
Hey,
starting
That's
up.
what makes it authentic, man.
Yeah.
I'm Marcus. Ohio runs boxing. Your fight bookie. What's good, guys? It's good to see y'all this week.
Yeah, I'm Jomo, your additional fight bookie, another one. Here to have a great time, discuss some pressing issues on our mind, right?
Let's get to it. Flight is in the zone, bro. What was you drinking?
She
Nigga?
hold
I ain't
Mr.
even had nothing to drink.
She missed the intro
Birthday
and
week.
everything.
That's that birthday
okay,
week,
okay.
man.
I ain't even drink on my birthday for real, man.
Shout
I've been on overload
Shout
working.
out to, shout out to
okay.
Flight
I've been
for turning
working.
26 years old this week.
Exactly.
26.
Shout out to Flight for turning 26 years old.
So
this
you
week.
already know $1 Million Flight, $1 Million Boxing Promotions. I'm your favorite bookie. Let's get to it.
It's your boy Alex, man. I'm ready to cook. Let's
Ready
get
to
to
cook.
it. Let's get to it.
Flight energy got to be up a little bit. She's disappointed about
Man.
Canelo's performance.
I think it was that
As we
playlist.
are.
They took I killed our ambiance. Everybody energy went down. What's happening? we was on one earlier. We
Don't
was
start.
on one.
Don't start that shit. Eh?
What?
Don't start that. You're gonna start that rap debate. These
The
debates
West Coast?
These
Nah,
debates
hey.
that go on.
You weren't here for the West Coast,
When the
bro.
camera's not on, man. The camera's not
Yeah.
on. These the debates.
It
the
gets
top
real.
fives.
It got
gets-
real.
gets-
It got
gets
real.
better,
He would have been
man.
rolling his eyes the whole time.
Nah,
we was
The
listening
West
to you.
Coast.
Listen.
It's like, bro, you owe New York like that.
I am a hater, dog. I am a hater by nature, but at
That
the
shit
same
was lit.
time, man, there's quality out there.
We could have do
There's
Quiet
quality
Storm
out
in the
there.
mix, bro. We'd have had
There's
you.
quality.
We'd have
song.
one for you.
What West Coast song did y'all play?
Man, it's
Give
the
me
whole
one. You
West
know what?
Coast.
Give me one y'all think I like.
What?
Give me
Nothing
a
but a
what?
G thing? Nigga, you don't like none of the classic Chronic?
That's
Yeah,
easy.
Chronic.
That's a safe bet, man.
That's
Everybody likes
the West
Chronic.
Coast.
Yeah.
Everybody, that's easy.
What,
Especially that's easy.
What's the E40 song he played?
Oh, see, there you go.
Oh, no.
You
No.
know what,
Not the too short one.
Remember
I'm sorry,
Rasheed
the
Wallace
too short.
E40 had beef using Rhapsody? I don't listen to no E40s, none of that shit.
I don't remember that.
Beefing. Yeah, see, that's the hip hop history lesson. I'll play you for your 600 bins. Yeah, hip hop history, man.
All right, y'all
I
ready
mean,
to get to
obviously,
it?
this conversation is better than the Canelo fight.
Uh-oh.
Bars.
We about to get to it?
Yeah, we going right to it. Let's
He
go.
said
Yeah,
bars.
Let's get
See
to
that,
it
hey,
then.
hey, you see that segue? Shout out to me, guys.
All right, let's go. All right.
Get right into it.
Canelo versus Ryder. Who want to start it off? Who want to
Um,
kick that off?
I don't know. Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and start off. Let me see the rundown. Time on the clock.
Yeah, we already started.
Okay,
We already-
well, to me, I think Ryder got the most out of that fight. I think Canelo looked a little slow. His feet looked flat. It was one of those we expected more, but he didn't live up to our expectations. Man, it was a great sellout crowd, but you know, Canelo is just in my opinion, showing his decrease or downfall. Now from his high horse in boxing. That's how I put it.
Okay.
Damn.
Everybody else, that's a lot. That's
That's
deep.
saying a lot.
I mean, it is, man. Y'all
That
seen it.
performance?
He couldn't get him out of there though. Like this was supposed to be. We go back. Let's go back to last week. Our predictions. Alex bet
Yeah,
on the
I
under.
thought, yeah,
You feel
sure
me? It
did.
went the distance with a clean knockdown. Like
Right.
it could have. It's so many times that fight should have been stopped, and he could have. I feel like he could have, if he had it to give, could have
Right.
stopped him, but he didn't. He couldn't. He couldn't finish him off.
Canelo fighting Spurs. I mean, that's
Is
pretty
it
much
the
it.
level of the competition? Is he fighting to the level of his competition? Is
Yeah,
that
I
what it
think
is?
that too. I think he didn't respect Ryder, so he stayed. He got touched a lot because I think he didn't respect Ryder's power. He stayed in the inside, and he was catching shooting too, which means he was trying to hold his punches. You know what I mean? He's not trying to throw too much. Canelo does have fatigue problems. You know what I mean? Towards the later rounds, let's say around 7 to 8. So I think that was more his strategy going into it, not respecting them, staying close, so he can actually counter off Ryder. And it didn't look like y'all said. I didn't predict. Y'all remember? didn't predict no knockout.
No, you said 12.
I said 12. I think Ryder was tough. I think Ryder deserved a little bit more credit. But we do that. We tend to do that to fighters that we never heard of or see, see on a normal basis. But yeah, Canelo, he does look like food. I mean, I definitely don't go by just previous fights, one fight all the time because it definitely changed, man. It definitely changed. But yeah, people, it's gonna be real interesting. But yeah, I think Canelo did what he did. The crowd was, I love looking at big crowds, man. So Mexico, it was stacked in Mexico.
I mean, it was Mexico Day, so it was Mexico Day.
Bro, they did their thing.
My opinion on that fight, you know what I mean, and if you ask me to put it in the word, thanks, Canelo. Canelo's now. You're gonna say you fighting to the level of competition. Canelo's the person that could take a punch, so he decides to take the punch. You know what I mean? It was Mexico Day, and I guess he did it for his hometown. I guess that if you was Latin, you didn't have to pay for it. It was a boring, lackluster fight. You know what I mean? The only way for it to happen was Canelo put on a performance for the ages or a knockout of the century or something. We got a fancy, long, drawn out sparring match with a huge crowd.
That's exactly the vibes I got from it.
That's exactly what we got. You know what I mean? As fight bookies, I'm required to bet and put everything for legitimacy of what we are. But fuck you, Canelo. I ain't getting anything. It was terrible.
But you know what? Let me say this real quick. One thing I can say about Canelo and the other fighters at 168, from 160 to 168, Canelo has never fought down to the level of his competition. Every guy every guy, I'm gonna tell you this: every guy that Canelo has fought, and we felt like he should dominate and get him out of there or whatever, he did that. When it came to the other fighters like Demetrius, Charlo, I mean, we can go. The rest of them, they always had certain fights where we sit there and say, you know what, you're not going to look good in every fight. I think Canelo was just in my opinion, I think Canelo was trying to get him out of there, but also he didn't respect Ryder. And you're not going to get everybody out of there. So does that mean you're not that good or your performance ain't that good because you fought somebody that's durable? Who stopped Ryder?
Mm-hmm.
Who stopped Ryder? We don't even have a bar measuring where we can sit there and say, this happened, but Canelo couldn't do it. We can't even do that.
Right.
That's all I want to say.
Nobody cares about Ryder.
No, we don't.
I'm not trying to even be funny and no disrespect to the gentleman. You know what I mean? It was for him was to fight his life, but
he made his name known though. Like to a lot of casual fans, he made his name known. I'm mad. I'm not mad. From what my research showed that he's been waiting on that opportunity. I feel like he could be a way bigger name if he had that opportunity maybe 5-6 years ago.
5-6 years ago. But it's shot. I mean, time has passed. I mean, I respect him and he as who we are because we're kind of hardcore, so we understand. But Ryder doesn't move the meter for no one. You can't even pick another fight for him.
Right. Speaking of another fight, that's what I think the next option is. Where is Canelo from here? He's been focused on the Bivol fight. So
should he fight Bivol? Or is
that
me, what you asking?
If you ask me, I think that there's so many other options, and Bivol shouldn't be your next option.
Who you want to see him fight?
I would want to see him fight the top dogs. Like if you ask me, Benavidez should be the next on the list. Like I mean, if you don't want to fight black fighters, you don't want to fight Mexican fighters. Like who the hell are you gonna fight? Like, what is their next move?
he said he don't want to fight black fighters.
He don't want to fight black fighters.
He shows that.
He don't want to fight.
Just cut that out.
Here go Canelo.
Cut it out. He don't want to fight black fighters, man. He folded one in Texas. Cut it out, man. Had James Kirkland folded, man. He had Jesse Jackson out there protesting after the fight, man. Come on.
Canelo setting the culture back with these dumbass moves. I don't want to fight the black fighters. I don't want to fight Mexican fighters, which is surprising to me because the Mexican fans are all over Garcia for not being a warrior, and now Canelo saying he don't want to fight.
He said he won't fight Benavidez because they're both Mexicans, and it goes against what he's saying.
But he'll fight a Puerto Rican. They fight a Dominican, right?
I don't know why. I don't know where that came from. Why he said he didn't want to fight. No.
He kind of cleared it up.
I'm not saying that. Yeah, I'm just saying I don't. My thing is, it's not that he don't want to fight. People put this out here that he don't want to fight black fighters. No, it's certain styles that he just don't like. And here's the thing: when he did take that challenge, he did look good. We clowned him on it. We he lost. He did. Okay, if he didn't work on the craft and didn't beat that style, he gonna go another direction. I don't never see these guys.
But that's why we want to see it again.
I get it, but my thing is, it's not like it was entertaining. Have anybody went back and watched Laura and Canelo fight over again since we felt Laura won? Absolutely not. It was not entertaining. We just said Laura. We felt Laura won.
Mhm.
That's my point.
Yeah. But Boo Boo's
That's
not
my
Laura,
point.
though. We want to see him fight Boo Boo.
Boo Boo need to fight David.
Yeah.
Canelo don't need to fight none of these guys. Let Canelo sit back and sit in that king chair and say, David, you fight Demetrius.
Y'all can't agree that Canelo don't need to fight none of these guys.
No.
Possibly agree with that.
Yes, I can. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the resume speaks for itself. Who has these guys fight? Hold on. Who has these guys fought to say I need a Canelo fight? I'll wait.
Who is any of them fought?
I'll wait.
Yeah. Who had? Okay. When he fought. Hold on. Real quick.
I'll wait.
Who did anyone at 168 fight to deserve a Canelo fight?
Who are you talking about? It's a question with a question.
Who was the first person he fought at 168?
Who? Was it Yildirim?
No, it wasn't Yildirim. It was the one he's ended
Billy
with a body
Joe?
shot. No, before Billy Joe.
Because I'm giving you names.
The first person I can't even think of his name. He ended it with a body shot. He's about to fight Better Biev, I think. My point is nobody at 168 fought anybody before. Who did Plant fight to deserve Canelo?
What are you talking about? Plant had a belt, though. He still was
It doesn't. So did Boo Boo Andre. He had 2 belts with him in 2 weight classes.
Hold on, but my thing is this.
No, hold on. You said belt.
Wait.
You said belt. Don't forget you said belt.
Yeah, but my point is when you're the A side, right? When you're the A side like Floyd Mayweather was, let's stop acting like the A side changed when Floyd left. When you're the A side, you can pick and choose who you want. It's up to the other fighters to become, let me use the Kevin Samuels slang, become that high-value man, that high-value opponent to be attractive. We need to see if you worth getting the opportunity. Y'all sitting down, y'all sitting down, but no one's really standing up, showing that their performance.
No one, I understand. No one's risen to the top. I get what you're saying.
Kelly Pavlik had to fight Erison Miranda before he got the Jermaine Taylor fight. He went through a boogeyman.
I get what you're saying.
Whereas all these guys don't
it makes a lot of sense. But also the caveat is, how long Canelo wait? Is he going to get long in the tooth? Canelo, how long should he wait? For them to sort out the madness down there, you know what I mean? How long is he going to have to wait?
I think, no, it's not.
Rocky Felding. He deserved a Canelo fight.
No. He went,
and Boo Boo Andre doesn't?
Hold on. He went up to 168 and fought Rocky Felding.
Right.
Was that his first fight, right?
Yep.
That's a tune-up.
So what? Why couldn't he fight somebody that had 2 belts with him in 2 weight classes?
But that's not smart. You just said
your point earlier was that they need to do something to deserve to fight them because that's why they need to fight Benavidez.
They're decent names. If you're you could be a great talented fighter and high risk, low reward. Give me your reward. You're a high risk, low reward guy. I'm not about to take that risk with you.
But your point. You said that they need to fight somebody to deserve a Canelo fight. Then when I asked you about Plant, you said he had a belt.
No, Plant still, but Plant did have some decent names. Plant wasn't just nobody.
He only had
he had a resume. His resume better than Charlo's. His resume better than David Benavidez before he fought David. Yes,
but they don't have names though. You said a name. You said fight somebody to say they deserve to fight. The only fight. Who did Plant beat to get that fight? What's his name? The guy Plant beat to get that belt.
He fought David Lee. He also fought what's the dude that got stolen? I can't even remember his name. He fought what's his name?
Everything.
He has some.
We gotta move on, y'all.
Yeah, but Plant has some decent names. Plant has some decent names. We're not about to say that like that's not a Plant wasn't a guy that was not worthy to get a Canelo fight.
Well, I feel the same way about Andre.
Andre didn't even want Laura, so I don't.
That doesn't mean he doesn't deserve a Canelo fight. That's a separate topic.
I think let me make sure all those guys deserve a fight for a world title. Charlo, Demetrius, I want to make it clear, all those guys deserve. I would never sit there and say they don't deserve.
Well, they have world titles.
Hold on,
so clear
no, because they're former world champions. Yeah. But my point is, become somebody where you can actually attract the one that picks and choose the fight.
But what I'm telling you is the people Canelo fought at 168 were nobodies.
Billy Joe's a nobody?
That's one. Felding is a nobody.
Okay, but Billy Joe's a nobody?
Yildirim, nobody.
He's Caleb playing. Everybody, this is the problem. And we're going to go on to the next. Canelo is, we got names with Canelo. You ain't giving me no names with Demetrius. You ain't giving me no names with Charlo, and that's the problem.
But you're talking about the other person.
That's the problem.
We're not talking about Canelo's name. We're talking about the people he fought now, out of your own words.
I'm just saying. There's no contradicting with me. There's no contradicting with me. I stand on
promoter's negotiation here. He's saying I'm from the A side. You have to, and you're saying you're saying.
I can look at it from both.
Because a lot of people try to say that.
I think y'all fell into these roles.
People
I think this is a great discussion.
Yeah, it is. And people got this thing where Canelo put that in their mind where you have to deserve a fight to get with him. But if you look at the
Floyd
people
did it. That wasn't Canelo.
Well,
That's
we're
not
in
Canelo.
reference to
Everyone did
Canelo.
that.
I'm
Floyd
not
had to
saying
fight
I didn't
Austin.
say it
I know what
started
you're
with
saying.
him.
It fell into his lap.
Yeah.
Yeah, it fell into his
Canelo
lap.
had to fight Trout before he got Floyd.
Okay.
Okay, so what was the wrong with that? Floyd told him. We can look this up. Floyd said, "No, you got to fight Trout
But let
before
me
you
ask
get
you
to
this,
fight with me."
That's
nothing wrong with it.
This about to
Nothing
end
wrong
this
with
about
it.
to end what you just said. What did Canelo say like 2 days ago about when Floyd tried to fight him when he was 18?
He was young.
No Trout fight.
Okay, but what did he say? What did he say?
He said Canelo out of his own mouth said Floyd tried to get me to fight. He offered me a couple million when I was 18.
Oh, okay,
Look it up.
Okay, correct. But that's also about the networks seeing if they want to approve something like that. So that's always
But
played
he
both
still
ways.
was a nobody. But back to your original point, we got to get on the Haney.
It's tune-ups, man, because you keep saying the nobody. Because at the
But
end of
that's
the day,
cool, though.
if I want to take a tune-up, I'm going to fight a nobody to give a tune-up.
Canelo did not go through 168 with tune-ups, bro. He's undisputed. How do you have a whole division full of tune-ups?
He earned. No, I didn't say that. Because
Yeah.
what you're saying is you're not listening to me. You're saying that a person who don't deserve a fight, right? A person who don't deserve a fight, you can give a person an opportunity who didn't deserve an opportunity because you're the A side. I can go fight a taxi cab driver and I'm a world champion because I want to put on a show for my fans. Right. Did the taxi driver deserve a fight? Absolutely not.
That's cool.
But
that's what I'm saying. So we're not going. No. It's not a contradiction of what I'm saying
but
here.
But it is because you said they need to go fight. You said Boo Boo needs
to fight. Hold on.
Boo Boo. This is
my thing. Boo Boo had the same opportunities Canelo had when he didn't choose to fight decent names. He didn't choose to fight.
But that doesn't mean he shouldn't get a Canelo fight.
No, but yes, it does. Yes, it is. Because he's still. If you got a style that's not pleasing the fans, why should I come and save you? Make it worth my while.
Why can't I
bring more money to the table? Yeah. You sitting up here, you and Charlo ain't fighting nobodies, and y'all talking about who I should be fighting. That's Canelo. Oh, he's fighting him and he fight him, but my status is still going up.
But they have a belt.
Wait.
You said they have
a belt. No. Wait.
Yes,
they have a belt. That's the problem. They have a belt that still don't make you appealing. But this is my problem. You still don't have to get picked because you got a belt. Look what Devin Haney had to go through. Devin had to be an undisputed champion just to get fights. You can get ducked with belts. What are we talking about here? You can get ducked with belts.
Perfect segue into the Haney Loma. Man.
We got about 43 seconds.
Perfect segue into the Haney Loma.
We cooking. That's all. My bad.
We need more than 43 seconds, so we might have to sacrifice.
Got to sacrifice.
We got to sacrifice.
Okay, my bad. I just go in for my boy Canelo.
Man, he love Canelo.
All right. Yeah. You got to start planning his funeral because it's about to be over. It's about to be over.
No one have a boring ass fight.
As far as Haney and Loma, man, these are some not too far apart odds. The over and under, it's under 10.5 rounds, so 10 rounds and a half. What y'all think?
I will go under.
You will go under?
With who?
Loma and Haney.
You would go under?
That's bold.
Who?
Yeah, you bold.
Who's stopping who?
I'm going under with the big odds. I ain't say who's stopping anyone yet. I said I'm going under. I'm speaking for my gambling ass.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Pause. But I'm saying, pause. I've been gambling ass in the sense. Fucked up. Anyway,
I like that though. I like that. I like that.
I will go with the under on that. You know what I mean? I ain't asked me to pick a winner. You asked me is the fight going to go under 10.5? That's the bet. Yes.
Okay.
It's going under 10.
Anybody else, or do I go next?
No, I'm going.
Don't let them talk again.
I'm over.
I'm over.
Yeah, I'm going over.
I'm going
for sure.
I'm going to
listen. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna go over, because we know Loma, he's gonna take these fill out rounds. So I think Haney's gonna keep his jab at bay. I was saying this is gonna be a lot of. It's gonna look like Camboza to me, if you ask. To be honest, I think he's gonna keep him out bass. He's gonna put on a boxing clinic. We know that Haney doesn't have the power to knock out. Yes. Loma gonna have the defense. He's gonna have the defense. That's why I'm saying it's going over. Right. Because he doesn't have knockout power, and I don't think
Loma doesn't.
No,
Haney does.
Haney. I have Haney being the victor, but I don't see him. I see it going a distance and it being by decision. So I'm gonna put my money on it. I'm putting on the over. I'm gonna put Haney by points and decision.
I agree with that. I don't know who I got winning though, honestly.
That's gonna be tough. I think Loma's still alive though.
Tell me your views on Loma.
I ain't sleep on Loma. My views on Loma is everybody sleeping on him, just like bro said. Like niggas go going for one fight where the man took a year off to go to Ukraine, come back, fight Jermaine Ortiz, who is a tough fighter, who's a good fighter, and still won. You know, it's not like it was controversial. He actually won the fight. You know what I mean? I can't call a man old based off of that fight. You know what I'm saying? And say
that's actually impressive when you
I
think
didn't
about
even
it.
mention the word old, by the way. I said I ain't even
But
mentioned that he was old.
I think that's the general consensus amongst people that he's old and washed. Even Shakur, everybody was tweeting like Loma don't really look the same. After
He
the
looks
fight,
small compared to Haney. He
looks small in everybody's division, but he's still stopping him. You know, at 135.
When you become amongst the elites, I think it's going to be a different outcome. That's all I say.
Has Haney proved he's elite yet?
Good question.
Yeah,
that is a good question.
Yeah.
I think
He proves he's undisputed. I mean,
he
Exactly.
proved undisputed, but I mean, Kambosos after that, I'm like,
I said the same thing. I give him credit for becoming undisputed. It's just Kambosos, I call again, a Buster Douglas moment. He had one win. That's it. What have you done for me lately? So it's hard to give credit for guys who have one big win. I said the same thing about Kell Brook. Kell Brook beat Sean Porter was an ugly fight, but who else did Kell Brook beat for us to be praising him to be a really great name on the resume? Nobody. And that's just sometimes it's hard to really measure Devin Haney's resume when you fighting guys who only had one big win. They don't know anything about consistency winning at the big level. So, you know, that's the only thing when it comes to that. So it's a really good question that you put to the table, man.
Right. Haney, if it goes past 10.5, Haney's running.
he's winning.
Flat out. He's not winning. He's running.
Hey,
Oh,
which
he's
is
running.
winning though.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
winning.
Fuck
Let's
outta here.
go to
I'll chase your
longevity
ass down
with
the street. You
Mayweather.
ain't winning. You running. If it goes past 10.5, Haney is running.
I'm not gonna lie. I think we might see a lot of that, bro.
We used the whole a boxing clinic. Y'all really think Haney's going to give Loma a boxing clinic?
I do.
Y'all really said that in the same
I think he's
breath.
going to stay behind his shoulder. I think he's going to keep his jab, keep him at bay with his jab. I think he's going to control the distance and the fight. Whether winning is winning. We come here to win.
Right.
You want to.
He's not even going to win.
Shit,
What?
he didn't.
He's not
Listen,
gonna win.
he's not even.
I'm not mad at
Why
that.
would you
I'm
want to
not
put
mad.
on a crazy show with somebody who don't even want to sell a
I get-
fight? Like
I
I'm gonna
get
beat
it.
your ass
No.
and keep it moving.
Yeah.
Like I'm a basically beat your ass.
I can see.
I'm
listen,
not even gonna exchange too much with you. I'm just gonna put on a boxing clinic.
So
Listen,
I can see
it's gonna be a
Loma.
controversial win by Lomachenko.
I can see. Listen,
It's
I
gonna
can
be a
see. I can see
controversial
Loma
win by
being the
Lomachenko.
aggressor in this
That's what's
fight.
definitely.
I can see Loma going in the high guard, catching a lot of stuff. Devin
Yep.
trying to throw at him. He ain't gonna respect his power, so you can just expect
Nah, he not gonna
Loma.
respect his
Expect
power at all.
Loma. Expect Loma not to use a lot of lateral movement like people think. I'm just listen. I know you don't punch like people say you can. I've been watching you. So I'm coming in with a high guard and I'm gonna try to take
That's
you out.
exactly.
It's gonna be my power versus your power.
If I'm training Lomo,
Facts.
I'm like,
Facts.
listen, he's coming in looking to move side to side. We ain't gonna do none of that shit. We're gonna do that opportunistically and opportunistic and availability. That's when we're gonna do it, right?
Mhm.
Opportunity available there. Put your high guard up, then get in Haney's face and beat him up. Let him punch the jab and show I'm the slicker, I'm the better guy, and we're gonna be like, ooh, what a great man. Meanwhile, we're gonna raise Lomachenko's hand. Period. It's more
What you feel
likely.
about that?
It's more likely.
Can Loma
listen,
step to him? I think
it's more-
Loma can
how much-
step to him.
It's
Like,
more
you know what I'm
likely.
saying?
It's more likely for you to make a mistake running.
How much money you
Running.
gonna
right.
It's more likely for you to make a mistake in running.
That's
You
a
get the
bold
running-
statement, man.
Nah, you get the running.
Right.
I'm talking. We're not talking about. We're talking about these guys. What the hell am I
We a
talking
little
about?
late.
Listen,
I love it. I love it. This is we in
we
it, man.
cooking,
I
we
love
cooking.
it. I
We
love
needed
it.
more than 5 for a couple of these.
Yeah,
so,
no,
this is
no.
gonna happen.
I
So
love it.
He's
this
gonna
should be a
run.
short.
He's
We
gonna
can
make a
make up
mistake.
some type. Go ahead.
He's
Sorry.
gonna run to make a mistake. They're not exploiting with an angle change.
Mm.
They're not exploiting with an angle change, and I put him down. Soon as Haney get touched,
Yeah.
he's gone.
Yeah.
He's
Really?
gonna- as soon as Haney not going as in knocked out.
Yeah.
As soon as Haney get,
You
as soon
smile like that
yeah.
means you
soon as Haney
already
gets
get
I
touched.
kind of think like
as soon as
him
Haney
a little
gets
bit
touched,
though.
Haney's like this. Oh shit! I'm going complete survival, and you didn't knock me out though.
Cause check it out. My thing is
Dang.
Lenard's had Haney hurt for 2 or 3 rounds, bro.
I said that.
You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't hit as hard as Loma.
His recovery rate is longer. It takes
Yeah,
from
that's
to
not
get
good
back.
though for
I
somebody
get you.
like Loma. You know what I mean? And
I'm making some valid points. I'm rooting for Devin, but
Yeah,
y'all making
me too,
some
me
very,
too,
very
me
valid
too.
points because at the end of the
rooting
day,
for Devin as
when it comes to
well,
power
but-
punching, when it comes to who can hurt who, if I had to bet,
Yeah.
fight bookies, bet Loma.
it's Loma.
I'm betting Loma.
We got to bet Loma.
Here's
Loma's
a
got the bigger name. People want him to win. Where's the fight at?
Yeah,
I think
Vegas,
Vegas.
right?
They fighting in Vegas.
Yeah, it's Vegas.
And check
fighting
this
in
out.
Vegas?
Everybody thinks Haney is going to be with Loma on the angles. You know what I'm saying? He can match Loma on the angles.
Man,
The
that's
only
tough.
reason that worked for Tiafimo is because he can actually pop though.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Loma respected Tiafimo's
Tiafimo's
Pop and
angles
pop.
because he can pop. Haney can't pop, bro. He's going to run through
But
them angles.
you also got to remember Loma was giving up some rounds. I think when Loma turned it up on Tiafimo, I think he beats
He was
Tiafimo.
yeah.
I think he beats him if they fight again. That's just my opinion. He gave up some rounds.
Yeah.
But this is a really good topic, guys. I'm just showing y'all that was a
Now
really
that's a segue. I would love to discuss what they fight again, but I ain't gonna drag y'all into the deep waters and change. But listen, it goes like this. Haney's a great guy. Haney's a hell of a fighter. So and so this. I think stylistically, he's gonna bring what he's always brought. Lomo's more capable of making adjustments and surprising him. He's gonna surprise him by being right there in his face the entire time.
I think that's what I think.
He's gonna.
I'm betting
him.
that.
That's what I'm saying. If I'm training him, we're gonna get in his face. High guard. We're gonna catch. We're gonna
Catch
slip,
and
we're
shoot.
gonna roll. We're gonna everything. We're gonna keep you on that bike and see if you really can keep going.
Yep.
And when that mistake gets made, see this. Lomo's gonna steal these rounds with 3 or 4 power punches at the end. That's how Lomo's gonna steal these rounds. It's gonna be snake bite, jab. Oh, look at that.
Hard,
boom, boom, boom. Oh shit,
that's
ding.
Hard,
That's
bro.
why I'm listening.
It's gonna be one of those fights that Devin might throw more punches, but Loma might land the harder shots.
So let's put our bets in. What's your bet? Like going into we're almost a week out. I mean 2 weeks out. I'm sorry. What's your prediction? Quick prediction. Come on, let's go. I called it.
Let's get it.
I called it. Like I said, I'm gonna put money on the over. What y'all think about a knockdown?
I think Haney can get knocked down, bro. I honestly think he can get knocked down, and may
Would you put
will.
money
Even
on
if I
it,
think
though?
he's going to win, I think he still might get knocked down.
Would you put money on it?
Yep.
Yes, I would put money on it.
Yeah, matter of fact,
Let's hear it then. Let me
Listen
hear
to
them.
what
Let me
Brethren
hear.
said, man. Listen to what he said. He kind of alluded to that earlier, but I'm sorry, I don't want to sidetrack y'all about the knockdown and stuff. To me, Haney gets knocked down early. He makes the mistake. He get knocked down early. And what I'm saying is based on what he said. The reason where I'm going with this, he gets knocked down early. His second win, his recovery time isn't as fast as most people's as it should be. He gets that down early. He takes that slow recovery time. When Machigo's going to end it.
We gotta
He's
think.
gonna
Hold on,
end
man.
it.
We gotta think about how the knockdown happens. Sometimes they ain't always. Remember what I said? They ain't always clean shots. Sometimes it can be a slippage, footage, or footing.
Nah, we not
You know what I mean?
going
That
with
could be-
systematic.
We got, but they gotta count it as a knockdown for it to count.
That's what I'm saying though. But
Yeah.
because he was
You
talking about
gonna
recovery
go
rate.
fast,
Sometimes you can get hit with a shot where your footing is not in place and you still go down
And
and
it
still
still
count as a
counts.
knockdown, but you won't have to worry about your recovery rate like you were just saying instead of being hit with a shot where it rocks the brain. That's all. That's all
I'm banking on. I'm not banking on the common hit nerve and some weird happened in the knockdown. I'm banking on good old fashioned. I beat you the fuck up.
I got you.
Fell. And then I'm looking at Haney, paranoid, scared, waiting for recovery time. And now I'm telling
Man, you're
him,
making it like he fighting Tank
then
though,
I'm telling
man.
him, then I'm telling Lomachenko, stay on this case. Lomachenko don't got no one knockdown power, but he accumulated a bunch of
Accumulation
shots. He's gonna
shots.
accumulate a bunch of shots. If it don't happen early, then I'm wrong under my 10.5. But more than likely,
So you got this a stoppage? Like, is this what you got going on?
said
Time to
under
make my
10 and a
prediction. Are we
half.
waiting? Is it prediction time?
Oh, okay. I was just
I don't
asking.
know. You segue
We
right
had-
into what's your bet?
We had news right now.
Yep.
Just the news.
You know the
Somebody
news.
walked in
Wilder
smelling
got a
like
gun.
loud,
Wilder
just
got a gun. Tank is in jail.
Oh,
Wilder got a gun. Tank is in jail. You know what I mean?
He on house arrest.
He on
Yeah,
house
house
arrest.
Who
Sit
on
your
house
ass
arrest?
down all summer.
Tank, 90 days.
90 days. Sit your ass down all summer. That's what he said. You
Hey,
ain't
this is
doing
the
shit
perfect
this summer.
time to sit down. He on vacation, man.
Nah, he on
Vacation
vacation.
away from the world.
Sit down with like
Right.
25 million in your bank
Nah,
account.
Yeah,
You feel
exactly.
me?
My new home was a villa in Spain. You hear me? I'm sitting my ass down for 90 days. Tank I got a question.
Yeah.
How much weight Tank gonna come back weighing after that?
Oh,
Nah,
he
he
gonna
gonna
be
stay.
fluffy.
boy.
Oh, yeah,
60.
no. He gonna
What,
stay.
60?
Tank gonna come
65.
back looking like somebody's running back.
Yeah.
Man, he gonna
Tank
be
come-
good.
He gonna come in.
What's the
big.
over under?
Huh?
180?
For Tank's weight.
Yeah. What's the
Let's
what's
bet
the over
on
Let's
under?
do the bet.
What's the over under?
We bet on
What's
that.
the over under on that?
gonna
Call
be
in right now.
170.
Make
We
your
all
bet.
going. We all going
Hey,
over.
this is a Fight Boogie exclusive. Hey, call in to make a bet. We'll buy you a Happy Meal. Over under 165 pounds. Tank come back in after his 90-day layoff.
Right.
That's a good question, though.
He gonna come back like a fucking Care Bear. Watch. Watch. He gonna come back like a fucking Care Bear.
Yeah, bro, gonna be big.
He gonna be big as he gonna be as big as I am.
Yeah.
That's funny, man.
That's the word. He's gonna come back as big as I
So
am.
what's the news though? I didn't hear about the Wilder thing. Y'all gotta get me hip to the
Got
Wilder.
caught with a gun. And,
Wilder got caught with a
where
gun.
was he at?
It was just a traffic
He was in
stop.
Cali.
Yeah,
he
traffic
was in
stop
Cali.
out in Cali.
Let me
I
tell
don't
you
understand why it's so big a deal. Like, people carry guns every fucking day. Like,
something. You know why it's a
Niggas
big
got
deal?
guns
'Cause
every day, B.
You know why it's a big deal? Because you fucking stupid. You know
Wilder?
something?
What?
You know, and I don't mean it like that. Like, if I get protect the bag, ain't that the saying?
Yeah, okay.
Why the fuck are you carrying? What Jay say?
He said,
I use his waist to carry my Glock in. Why are you walking around with a gun and you
got a body?
He was
what's
dolo.
crazy? You ever look at Carmelo Anthony? Every time he got in trouble, before that motherfucker hit the precinct, his friends was running. It's mine. I had this car last night. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Why, Mikey Williams? Why is you shooting up cars and shit? John Morant. What is
that shit's
wrong with
stupid.
y'all? What is wrong with y'all?
So
If Flight makes $10 million tomorrow, I'm holding a pistol. Protect the bag. I got it. Y'all heard what the fuck I said. Why is you? What are we proving here?
hey, he said
he
he'd
said
rather
we better with it
Why
than
you?
without
They
it.
said-
Why are you having homeboy security?
they said that he had the gun. What I'm hearing, rumor has it that Tyson Fury was in town. And he was just protecting his.
we need a sound effect.
One more
for
thing.
I
something.
know,
I
right?
don't want to TMZ this up
Let me
too
see
much.
what we got.
What did you think about like? What you think about Rolly said about Shakur being the most boringest fighter that he's ever seen?
Rolly, he's trying to keep himself
Talking
relevant.
shit.
He's
Yeah.
just trying to keep. Don't nobody even know he fighting. next
Rolly,
week.
call
Right.
in. Rolly.
Best thing he can
So,
do is
Rolly,
attach
Rolly,
himself.
call in the fight
Explain
bookies.
yourself.
I got some questions to ask you, bro. Call in the fight bookies, man.
Yeah.
I tell you what, we even buy you dinner.
Rolly funny though, man.
Call in. I
gotta
know.
love-
Rolly,
you gotta
call
love
in,
guys
man.
like
I
that.
want to ask you some questions, man, because you a funny motherfucker, dog. You know, what I mean, he just really says what's off the cuff, man, and I get it, man. But I don't know what other news that we need to discuss besides these idiots.
What is that? A Katie Taylor fight coming up
Yeah, she fighting
on the 20th, next 2 weeks from now, on the same weekend. What about
Clarissa
her?
Shields
I'm
and,
mad. I'm mad about. I wanted to see that rematch with Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. I ain't gonna lie. To me, that was a fight of the year last year.
Did you think Katie Taylor won that?
No,
I didn't either.
Amanda Serrano, but she got robbed.
There was
Yeah.
another fight that
She
Katie
got
Taylor
robbed.
didn't win, and they swept it under the rug.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
I mean,
to
she
me,
got
like
a
I
couple
want to
of-
see this fight. I'm not that excited about it just because I wanted to see that Amanda Serrano rematch. But you know they're gonna push it on us. I mean, I'm of course tune in, and there's betting odds on it. Shit, if you smart, go ahead and bet whatever Katie Taylor, just because they're gonna make sure she wins if she does or not. That's just one thing of that.
What about Hannah Gabriel's?
The
and,
crazy
Clarissa
thing about
Shields
women's
rematch?
boxing, you bet on the Darwin.
That's gonna be
You
a
bet on
good
the
one,
Pavlov
man.
one.
That's gonna be a good one. Like
I didn't know nothing about that, guys.
Gabriel.
Y'all just hit me to that one. I
Which
didn't
one?
know.
Clarissa Shields.
Yeah, Gabrielle and
the
No, it's the only
rematch.
girl that knocked her down.
yeah,
Knocked it down, man.
Yeah.
She definitely deserved that rematch. I think it's gonna be. I think Clarissa is gonna go in knowing what to anticipate and
Yeah.
expect, and it's gonna be.
It ain't gonna be
She's trying to
close.
make it so
Yeah.
it's not close anymore.
Yeah.
She knows what to expect now,
She
and
gonna
you
clean
know,
it out.
good fight.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
that's a definitely good fight. I think, yeah, that's a good fight though.
Man,
That's definitely
watch that shit.
yep.
I'm not gonna watch that shit.
What Clarissa Shields?
Clarissa, I'll do one. I'm joking.
Yeah,
Clarissa's
I'm
gonna
about to
beat
say.
her up.
I mean,
I'ma
this
watch
shit,
Whoa.
it.
she
I'm
could
tapping
sell
in
it
all
though.
her
She
fights,
could sell the
bro.
fight.
I know. I'm gonna watch it.
She could sell the hell out of a fight,
She can,
man.
and Clarissa's gonna beat her up, and it's gonna be just in the naysayers. It's a great fight and all that stuff, and it deserves what it's getting. But she's gonna make a statement this time.
Yeah, shout out to Jerry Page.
She's coming in making.
To
She's
who?
making a
Jerry
statement.
Page.
Oh. Tap in, Jerry Page. Watch that fight. You're gonna want to watch that fight, bro.
Oh man.
Yeah, call in, Jerry.
Yeah. We didn't touch on Tiafimo and Taylor. Y'all
Oh
wanna
yes,
touch
that's
on
right.
that?
That's right. Let's get knocked that out the way.
We was cooking so long.
Man,
It was-
y'all
it
know
was good.
Tio is
Yeah,
the
nah, for sure.
underdog. I think after that last fight when he questioned his abilities, that to me changed how I look at him. Like, do I still have it?
Yeah.
And I agree with you 100%. That's the problem. You got to have a good team of people who know boxing, who knows about styles and matchups. I would have told Tio, you ain't never fought nobody who could fight on the back foot as good as Sindor Martin. The boy, it didn't matter about the training camp. You ain't never fought a guy who had a great check hook. You was the aggressor. He used your aggressive against you, and you doubt your ability. You had the pressure. The pressure was on you. This is stuff you need to tell fighters, because now when they think, for some reason, they think all styles is the same. It's not. Sandor Martin fought you totally different than anybody you have ever faced.
And he looked totally bewildered.
Yeah,
the corner looked bewildered.
He could have got dropped. He could have got knocked down twice. They only counted one knockdown.
He looked bewildered out there. He looked at lost. He looked unprepared, and
I just think it was more the aggression. I think it was just pressure. It was just pressure on him to get the knockout on Heisman tonight. And you shouldn't have that much pressure. You should have a team to say go out there and if you see the shot, take it. If you can't, it's cool. But too much pressure on him. I just think that's what it was. And like you said, Flight, this could be. That's why they don't have him the favorite. It's more the mental aspect going into this. And I favor Josh over T.O.
Do you think even if his mentals were there, he would have a chance with Josh Taylor? I mean, that's
absolutely.
A big.
He definitely would. I thought he could have won that last fight. I thought he could have, but you could tell that it wasn't clicking for him.
Josh ain't too far off either. That's why this fight is good because Josh has a performance that he ain't even got his rematch with.
He lost that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Fight. So he didn't even, and that's one thing I've been big on, not just defending Undisputed for certain reasons like that. You know what I mean? Like, hey, but that's another topic. But anyway, I think Josh Taylor is going into this too, where if they, like I said, if they go on the inside, Josh Taylor can fight on the inside. Josh Taylor got a good inside game, man, and he's versatile too. He don't get enough credit for switching up at times too. I've been watching Josh Taylor since he first came in from the UK, man. And,
what's T.O.'s keys to victory? Like, how does he win that fight?
Don't get caught up into the fight. Stay disciplined. Use his jab. Gain confidence during the fight, though. He has to gain confidence during the fight because to me, that's one thing about T.O. It's just his mental, man. Like you can have the perfect game plan, but if your mental ain't there, you know what I'm saying. So I think he has to just stay basic right now. Just go off his jab.
The game plan for T.O. Is establish your game plan, stick to your game plan. Because he's so mentally, you never know where he's going to go. That will give him the confidence. Establish your game plan, stay on game plan. Now I'm telling the exact opposite. Get this off his game.
Mental.
Get him off his game. If he hesitates or he senses doubt, see, T.O. is great if he's doing what he want to do when he wants to do it. T.O. is amazing at it. And he'll get in his lane and do 100 miles per hour. He'll floor it. But if you get him to hesitate or swerve or think for a second, that's your exploitation point. So I'm telling Taylor, you get in there, you make him think. You need him to go to the corner like, maybe it's not working. If I get his corner to say, come on, T.O., stay with it, that means they showing a chink in his armor, and that's what I'm saying. That really is the game plan with T.O. Fimo. He sells tickets. He's great. I think that the crowd's going to lean that way. But if he's frustrate his game plan, as simple as that. One sentence. Get on your game plan. Stay on it.
You notice at 140, nobody mentions Teofimo knocking anybody out. They don't bring up his power anymore.
I was gonna ask that. Yeah. Will there be a knockout? Like, what do you think?
Can he knock anybody out?
He didn't bring his power with him.
He didn't bring that. See, that's what I was alluding to. I don't think.
Wait. Hold on, we gotta slow down. Because
he didn't bring his power with him.
Because the reason I said it because you remember after the Kimbosas lost, he came back and took a tune-up and he got a knockout.
Nobody cares about you beating up a tune-up.
No, but
I could outrun an 80-year-old man.
My thing is, it's still you got to give him credit because it's still hard to knock out. Just you can't just
knock out a pro fighter.
Yeah, it's hard. It ain't easy.
Touché.
But for him to come back off that Teofimo, after that Kimbosa loss and get a knockout, and then remember after he didn't look good with Sandora, you had Devin Haney and them saying he lost a step. Why he didn't lose a step against his tune-up?
David Haney say about everybody.
No, I'm just saying, but this is my thing where you got to watch it fight by fight because they would do that. They would make it like he didn't lost the step, but when he fought and he got to stop it, you didn't say that. So my thing is, it's just the styles. If you fight somebody that's similar, like Josh Taylor's got with Sandora, where they can fight, man, on that back foot, they can give you different angles, then Tio might have a little bit more problems. But it's more about him just being disciplined. If I'm Josh Taylor, I'm talking John. I'm getting in his head because mentally, that's where you can win the war before the physical. That mental is more important than the physical. You know what I mean? So if you can win that before you even get inside the ring, you got T.O. right where you want.
That's what we're talking about with that Tank and Ryan fight.
That's what we all saying. We're saying about I want Taylor to do. Get in there, get him to question his game plan. You get and I'm a T.O. fan. I really am. You get T.O. to question something or think it snowballs. In my opinion, it snowballs in his head. And he'll make a mountain out of a molehill.
Yeah, so put your bets in. Let's place our bets on the T.O. Fight. What do y'all see this fight what do you see happening if you could put a 15-second prediction? What is y'all prediction?
I got Josh Taylor. I think Tiafimo ain't gonna even let his hands go as much, and people gonna question that, like, why this man? That's gonna be my prediction. They're gonna wonder why he didn't take more risks against Josh. I think he's not gonna let his hands go as more. I think he's gonna be shell shocked of his previous fight, man, and I think that's what's gonna play out. So I got Josh Taylor winning by decision, convincingly, to be honest.
I don't know if I even bet winner on this fight.
I like that.
I don't know if I bet winner on this fight.
Could say draw. You could say draw.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you bet the Paul. I think you bet the rounds. I think you bet situationally in this fight. I don't know if you bet the winner because
Yeah, you can just bet it go
yeah,
the
you could
over
just
under.
bet over under. You could bet who's going to win the first 3 rounds. There's so many levels and dimensions to actual betting, and we're actually going to have a tutorial on that coming up soon. But I don't know if I'm going to bet the flat out winner. Now, as a fan, I pick a winner, yes, but I don't know if I'm going to go, hey, you know what? Taylor, by decision, let's go. Taylor female by knockout. You know what I mean? I think in this one, you say, who's going to fill out the first 3 rounds? Who's doing the fill out process the first 3 rounds? Who wins the first 3 rounds? And that's what I think I'm going to go with that bet. I'm going to give it a little more eyesight, a little more evaluation. But right now, I'm not betting a winner. I'm betting situationally.
Okay. What about you?
I got Taylor, man. I got Taylor. I know I'm going against what bro said. Yeah, I got Taylor decision. I'm gonna give T.O. the benefit of being tough enough and not getting knocked out. Taylor's not gonna stop him. He might get hurt bad.
Who, Taylor?
No, Tiafimo. I think he might get hurt. How many times didn't Taylor put Ramirez down?
Yes,
he put him down.
He did.
I think T.O. can go down.
He did.
I think T.O. can go down. But I'm gonna call Taylor decision. So that's what
Here's another question, interesting too. Who has the better resume out of those two? I think I know T.O. got Loma, he got Richard Coleman.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Taylor got a nice little resume too.
He got a better
resumes. The resumes are very close. I think T.O. lends more to the star power.
Yeah, okay. Because
resumes are close.
I was gonna say
T.O. lends more to the star power. I think he's more known by
fighting Loma.
Casual.
For fighting Loma.
Yeah, by the casual fan, and you know what I mean. I think he's a little more known by that. And
would you give Josh some more experience going into the fight?
That's what I was gonna say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Josh is a fighter's fighter.
T.O. still got Kami. He got Kami, Loma. Who else?
If you say T.O. Fimo to a casual fan, they'll recognize the name.
Oh yeah.
You could thank Top Rank for that.
Yeah. You got to fight.
But he got a couple names. He got a couple. Their job is to make their stars.
I think Taylor got a better resume.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, if we look back at it now,
his undisputed is better than Bud.
I think their resume
at 140
is comparable.
Yeah,
comparable.
I can give you that.
Yeah,
I don't think it's like he's like. Yes, he has a better resume by wins or loss. Yes,
but which, ladies and gentlemen, that don't mean he's he gonna win the fight.
We just saying that it's like a definite better resume.
Yeah. So I just think just so we can edge that Josh Taylor might have more experience going into this fight.
Company, top rank. He a top rank guy.
So it's a reason I wanted to go last with this one, and this fight here, I think passion is gonna outplay the talent, and I think that T.O. is coming in with a chip on his shoulder, and I think that he's going to do everything in his power to prove to himself and to the fans that he has what it. He still has it. You know what I mean? I think that I personally, it's still early, but I think that I might put my money on a draw, just a couple dollars, but just to balance out, I'll put my money on just because of course the odds are in Taylor's favor. I'll make it so I can get my money back on my gambling bet. But I think I might put a couple dollars on a decision by T.O., man. I think it might come back. I think that it could possibly. I think he could steal a couple rounds and steal that fight, man. I think it's possible.
That's a great way to say it. What her bet is and what her gamble is are two different things.
Yeah, I mean, I want to leave it like that though, like because the last thing you want to do is put all your money and faith in one thing, and you never know. Like it's close, but it's not close. It's close enough to where you're like, okay, I'm pretty sure Taylor gonna win, but at the same time, I thought Sebastian Findora was going to win. I never thought he was going to get knocked out by Mendoza. I knew it was possible,
That's why we
and I
watch the
seen it.
fights. That's why I tell
But
people.
then, you know what I mean? You never know. Like, you know, T.O. still has the passion. You know what I mean? And he has a lot to prove.
And this might be that fight where
And it might
can
be
prove.
that fight he can
This
prove
might.
it. You know what I mean? So that's why I said I'm gonna play with it a little bit. I'm gonna move my pieces around up chessboard and see what I can.
This is at 140, right? This is at 140.
140.
It's 140. But Timo didn't bring his power.
Hey, I like it. I like the fight, man.
I do. I like this fight, and I love what Flight said. There's a gamble and there's a bet. I want to bring more attention to that. I do like what she said, but I don't think Fimo needs to prove it to. I think he wants to prove it to himself.
Yeah.
So I think more so than proving to the fans. I think he wants to prove it to himself, like I'm not a full-on head case.
Mm-hmm.
So that may play a factor, and we'll tell him all about it after Taylor beats him up.
June 20th, right?
If he loses this, it's over.
It's over.
It's over.
Yeah, it's over.
Ooh,
You know what I mean? Who, T.O.?
for Till?
Yes.
The messed up thing, he only like 24,
That's
25.
crazy.
Something like
Y'all
that.
putting
He's
that
still
much
young.
pressure on that boy, man.
And I don't mean it's over as in you're done. Go, time to go fishing.
Mentally. check
No,
out.
you-
No,
Hey,
I mean
Top
it
Rank
as
will get rid of you.
I mean
Right,
it as in
Right.
are you gonna continue to be a big money guy?
Bob
Nah,
Aaron
I'ma tell
gonna,
you- I'ma
now
tell you-
Bob
Big
Aaron
money
gonna
guy.
delete his
I don't
contact out his
think he's
phone.
gonna-
No, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. One thing these promoters is doing now,
Mhm.
they know how to revamp their careers when they take fighters from other
Other
companies.
camps.
Mhm.
Teofimo will go to the zone and become a whole new person.
You know
And
what?
people will
It's
forget.
crazy.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
I see it all the time. Look
Yeah.
at Berlanga. We know what Berlanga is. Now he with the
yeah,
zone. Now he's like revamped. He's still the same guy.
Yeah.
But now all of a sudden he this guy. Everybody, he with the zone.
Hype job. It's a lot.
Ohio runs boxing. Just gave y'all
It happens.
a lesson on the boxing
It does,
transfer
man.
portal.
There you go.
He just gave the boxing
It happens.
transfer portal. He just said, you know what I mean? That's what he did. Now,
Andy
that was-
LaRue's.
that was
Andy
amazing.
Rue's.
And valid
Right.
points.
Mm-hmm.
Valid points. Me notwithstanding. Tia doesn't win this fight. He's a respected name for the lower echelon people, and I hate to say it.
Yeah.
He's always going to be the $2 million guy, the free on Showtime. He's fighting on ESPN guy.
Can we say this too? Would Tio still be the Buster Douglas? I mean, he only got one real big one.
That's exactly who he would be. Yeah.
I didn't think about that till we said that.
The
Would he be the Buster Douglas in the welterweight division? That's crazy because I still give him for being Richard Comey. Don't get me wrong, I like Richard Comey, but his biggest win is Loma. I mean, when we think of
The only
Teofimo,
win.
we
Only
think of
real-
Loma.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely something.
That says something. Your biggest win is Lomo. And we'll say he beat Lomo and then go right into a whole Lomo conversation. That says something. Your biggest win, you know what I'm saying? The Buster Douglas moment. We'll be like, man, Buster beat Mike. And then have an hour conversation on Mike.
That's it.
And that's a crazy
'Cause-
thing. That's a crazy thing. Like, that's a cannabis verse. Oh,
Yeah.
he killed that verse. But then LL career though, you know what I mean? So that's it's a funny thing, man.
I like that Buster Douglas moment.
Mhm.
Shout out to Buster Douglas from Columbus, Ohio, too, man. I seen the pain downtown with him.
Mm-hmm.
You
Over
know,
by
it's
Alley Burger.
heartbreaking being a native New Yorker and then now living in Columbus, Ohio, and actually being a coworker, a Buster working at where we work at, and that I hear that all the time. Yeah, say what you want, but Ohio beat New York at that time.
Took him right out, man.
Yeah, well,
Humbled that man.
Let me win one fight like that. Women, I'm gonna be scoring for days.
Oh man.
man.
Well, yeah. With
Man.
that being said, man, please subscribe to our YouTube channel,
Type
man.
it
Hey, I
in,
got one
please.
question.
And our Instagram.
I got
And
one
our
question.
Instagrams.
Please, bear with me. Let's talk about the Garcia and the Gooseman thing, which we touched on before, about Garcia, Gooseman not being the right training for Garcia.
He's trying to get back with Eddie Reynoso.
Mm-hmm.
Garcia.
He's going back to his ex, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it is. A lot of
but
times,
what
like
did,
I know
you
I
see what
messed
De La
up,
Hoya
but
said about him? He said De La Hoya now was saying Garcia doesn't work hard. He's saying the reason he left was because he wasn't working out.
Canelo said that.
He's Canelo. I'm sorry, Canelo. He called on Andy Ruiz.
Mhm.
He said he has an Andy Ruiz with him. So now is he just showing up to make fancy videos for social media? Something to think about here. And where's his mental aspect now after this?
Yeah. I'm not
'Cause
gonna hold y'all,
when you
man.
start breaking up and look, I don't know where to be at. That shows something. That may be a crack in that man's psyche. I'm anxious to see where that goes into. And I told y'all Guzman wasn't the right trainer for him. What about him going to Calvin?
I
He
like
said he would
it. I
accept it.
like
You
it.
can't beat him, Johnny. Is that the equivalent of Zab going to
It's
Florida?
because his feelings.
Zab going to Florida?
I ain't
It's
gonna
not
say
even. It's not
Zab
even
going to
Nas signing
Mayweather?
with Jay.
he
I
wanted.
think it's
He wants.
bad.
He wants his. You said you think it's bad. I mean, because a lot of times, man, just imagine, man, when you go through something traumatic. I feel like what he went through for somebody his age, it was semi-traumatic. He wants a team that he feel like he can trust, and they have a family niched type of team going on. I think he's looking for a new home and a new family, and I think welcome him with open arms is one of them things. Like, man, they're gonna take care of me. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a comfort zone thing to him, and I think he know he can get that great training. You know what I mean? Because outside of Calvin, they have a great team.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think that it could be a good fit, but I don't think he should go there.
Nah. What happens when you look over at Tank on a random Tuesday and just like this nigga just knocked me the fuck out?
See, he did knock him the fuck out though, and Tank can make him better.
Yeah,
But,
man,
That's when you put your
I
pride
think
aside.
it takes away though.
That's what you. But listen, that's when you put your pride aside. Like, okay, I realize that I bit off more than I can chew.
So this is perfect for what I was going to say because I
$1
think Ryan Garcia, he's giving me what you say, it's giving Amir Khan to me, man. You know what I'm saying? I think we're looking at the next Amir Khan with Ryan Garcia.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, somebody that can fast hands, can fight good early, can't put together a full fight against the top fighters. I think we're going to see a lot of that, even moving up to 140. And him joining Tank's team, that would be like Amir Khan when he joined Terrence Crawford team. Didn't work out for him. It's like,
it's crazy.
you know.
You're right though.
Yeah.
Right.
Who wins out of fighting Rolly and Ryan?
That's a great
Rolly
fight.
and Ryan?
That's the fight I'd take.
I think I'll pick Ryan.
I would put that fight together.
Yeah. I'll pick Ryan.
That's the
Rolly
perfect-
can't box.
Listen,
bro.
I know.
At the end
I'll
of the
put
day.
that fight for Ryan.
It's his power,
Rolly's
though.
going to talk enough
It's
shit
his
to sell this
power.
fight. Rolly's going to talk enough shit to tell this fight. Ryan's going to beat Rolly up and put him down. Shut the loud mouth out. He becomes a media darling again. I love what Fly said, man. $1 million fight gave $1 million psychological advice analysis. The search and desire for a family. And we see it. The search and desire for a family. Ryan right now feels abandoned. We talk about Teofimo's mental aspect. We need to go into that. And we need to, I want y'all to realize what she just said, man. That the desire for a family, the desire for a home is evident, and we see it. It's palatable. It's crazy. I love that. I love that she said that. Garcia does need to find his professional home. Period. Wherever it may be. It may some people like, it's like, remember what the Mayweather said, if Zab was here with us, he'd be better than Floyd. If Zab trained with us and did what we do, you know what I mean? Zab, I can't go over there. I just can't. You know what I mean?
Because you're a competitor. And when you're a competitor, I don't want to go.
I don't
want to go.
Where y'all send him? Where you send him? Where you send him? Ryan's on your phone right now. He says, where do I go?
If he's
He's on your phone right now. He said, I need the camp.
Who does he go to?
Where I go?
He's not going to Tanks and them camps.
I asked you that. He
Go back to
to
Reynoso and stay there, bro.
Go back to Reynoso.
Yeah, I think it's the more to me. It's more the culture.
Reynoso should have did a better job with him.
It's Mexican root, blood, more relatable.
Ryan said he didn't have enough time for him.
Because he's a fucking
So
diva. That's why.
Yeah.
He's a
I think, but listen, hold on. Here's my thing.
Now he's humbled enough that he's going to take.
Sometimes it take a loss for you to do that. I think that's what I said. It's not bad, man. Sometimes it take a loss for you to wake up.
I get it. We overvalue. We overvalue the undefeated record.
Sometimes somebody got to get hit in the mouth in order to stop talking. Sometimes people got to go through things, man. So I think this is going to bring a humbling experience to him. And I think that relationship where he left, he came back, you know what I mean? And it can work. Because now you ain't coming back talking about this and this and this. Now you coming back to me with a loss on your record. Now it's time to listen. That's just how I look at it.
Sometimes you get a piece of humble pie, man. You know,
that's it.
Piece of humble pie make you make a meal. Sometime I get it.
We did it your way. It didn't work. That's how I look at it. We did it your way. You did everything your way. You picked the trainer. You did everything you wanted to do, and it didn't work. Now come on back.
Don't know Spanish.
Come on back home. Look, what's that, Rick James?
Yeah, Garcia don't know Spanish. He can't go over there.
Come on back home, baby. Come on back home. Your bed is still made. You still got your bed made, food, everything.
I got you. But yeah, like I was saying before, man, this was a great episode of great topics. I mean, we touched on a lot of things, man. Y'all can only imagine what the next episode is going to bring.
I'm rewatching it.
I want to touch on it. We're going to have to touch on KSI. We didn't really talk about the Rolly or KSI. I didn't even see. I didn't even see their. Yeah, they fight. They both fight next week.
Yeah, we talking about that Saturday.
I didn't really see. That Saturday.
Huh?
I didn't really see any betting odds for them, so hopefully they pop up next week. But man, this was a great episode. I think next week we're gonna have a lot to talk about because that's the week out from the Haney Loma fight. And shit,
We're
man.
gonna have some local stuff next week, man. We got a local fighter coming. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? So we're gonna bring. What you're gonna do is, hopefully, we're gonna bring out some potential, some prospects. We're gonna show y'all something next week.
For
You know what I
sure.
mean?
We can sure be able to have Jalen. I can put Jalen and Armand on the show after the fight.
Right, yeah. So you'll get that. We'll have hopefully, we expect them to call in at the least. So we'll have that going. Shout out to the guy see me at the gas station the other day, man. It was like, yo, you a fight bookie. I really appreciate that. You know what I mean? I appreciate that kind of honest opinion about what we do and how we do it. You know what I mean? That being said, fuck you for saying that, but at the same time, I appreciate everything you said, man. Once again, man, it goes without saying. Again, I keep telling y'all, man, like, you want to get on the Higher One Boxing page and reach out to him. They'll put an amazing video for you up together, man. An amazing montage of who you are, man. Get you going, man. Publicity is part of the game, unfortunately, but realistically, is necessary. And these amazing people, mind are capable of doing it for you. And it's shameless plugs, but I'm not even that good looking. But you see the pictures Flight took of me? Oh my God! Yeah. She gave me like 3 cents. I walk around a solid like 7.5. You heard me? So I really appreciate that, man. Again, Higher Runs Boxing. And don't say it's tuned for. You're gonna do it on his go to his page. You're gonna have the top 10 rated cities for boxing, man.
Oh man.
And I mean, he's been avoiding that topic. You're gonna have top 10 rated cities for boxing, man. All states. I'm not sure how you're gonna do it, man. Give me one. What city's definitely gonna be on the list? Philly, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, PA. That's if you want me to say definitely on the list, PA. Then you got Texas.
Larry Holmes top 5 in PA, Pennsylvania all time.
Larry Holmes.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Make sure you subscribe to the Fight Bookies podcast on Instagram. I mean on Fight Bookies on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, fight_bookies. Make sure y'all stay up to date. Make sure when we go live every Sunday, y'all are active. We have live polls. We have call-ins. If you want to call in, man, please be a part, man. This is an interactive channel. We want you guys to be involved. So I want to make sure that you guys stay up to date. So make sure y'all subscribe and follow. We appreciate y'all.
DM your questions.
I am $1 Million Flight.
I'm John Mo. DM your questions, man. DM subjects you want to talk about, man. Pleasure being here with y'all as always.
Marcus, Ohio Runs Boxing. I got to promote it more too myself. But yeah, y'all already know what it is, man. Y'all know where to follow me.
And your boy Alex. Hit me up.
We the Fight Bookies and we out.
Alex, we got a verse?
A verse? Like a bar?
Yeah. 2 bars. Right
Nah,
now.
pay for that. Ain't nobody.
4
That's
bars.
pay-per-view, baby.
Right
Come
now.
on, baby.
4 bars in you right now.
Y'all pay Canelo
You
54. Y'all can pay me something for the
You got
bars,
4
bro.
bars in you right now.
You hear the raspy, you know it's there.
Oh,
You know it's in me.
They
You
said
know
he
it's
gonna-
in
hey,
me.
he said he
And I'm
going
from
to-
round the way,
He said he
nigga.
going
I
to
get it
studio
in.
tonight.
I
Hey,
guess it in.
if you call him right now, next 3 minutes, he give you a feature for about for cheap.
Yeah.
Right now,
We
he give you
out.
a feature right now, man.
We out, man. Fight
Peace,
Bookies.
y'all.
That's funny, man.